for joining us on Learning with Charlene. And I just want you to introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Desann Mullin. I'm 21, going on 22, and I am currently studying at Desann Teachers Training College for my Bachelor's of Education at the primary level.
So why did you decide to become a teacher? Why a teacher?
Okay, well, originally I did not want to be a teacher. I wanted to be a doctor or something related to science. But a summer when I volunteered at Parados, and I was working with the children, and I'm just like, I could do this. I could see myself doing this. So like, after I left BCC from doing science, I just went straight to Erdison and just start. And it's actually not that bad. So yeah.
Okay. In order to become a teacher, what did you need? And did you have to do anything before the transition from BCC to Erdison, or did you just go straight there?
So basically, I just applied and I had to wait on a response. So like, it's the basic things you need. You need mathematics, the language arts, a science subject, and something else. But basically, you just got to have specific qualifications. Like even if you don't have a specific qualifications, you could like there's a test for math and grammar you can take. So it's really not a hard process.
Like
So like
proficiency.
basically anyone can go. Yeah, like basically anyone, if you want to be a teacher, just once you got CSCs and stuff, you can start.
Okay.
It's not a hard process.
You decided to become a primary school teacher. Like what primary are you?
because because I am not working in a secondary school with those children. I like the little kitties. I like the ones. I like the 4 to 10s and the 4 to 11s. I cannot handle the 11 to 18s. They are horrible. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but like yeah, I like the little ones. Their brains are fresh and young, and what is called that word? They're ready for information. I can't know. So
Okay.
yeah.
When I was talking to another teacher, they told me that when they were becoming a teacher at Erdison in general, they had a
Yeah.
couple problems they had because this lady, she has like piercings and she has tattoos and
Mm.
whatnot. So I know you have piercings. I'm not sure if you and
I
tattoos.
got two tattoos. Yeah, yeah.
So is that a problem for you when y'all have to do like volunteer work while you're there in other schools, right?
Yeah, so like every semester there's a particular day of the week we have to go into a primary school to like observe and like look at the teachers and what and their functions and how the children are behaving and stuff. And we just like observing. So like it's not a problem anymore on the compound or at actual primary school because some of the teachers at these primary schools have the same amount of piercings and tattoos. So I really don't think it's a problem anymore for most people. But yeah, it's yeah.
What about at Erdison? Do you have trouble with other people who are becoming teachers that hold strong views about tattoos and piercings and the development of children or anything along those lines?
Not that I know about. The most thing that they're adamant. That's the word adamant. That's anyway. So sorry. The that they emphasize on is how we dress, but like the piercings and the tattoos isn't really a big problem because some of the people in my class actually have like the piercings and the tattoos. It's just how you dress that they are mostly emphasizing on. So
Okay, so
it's
now
not
let's
really a
talk
problem.
about dress code because I went to school and I know that there are
Mhm.
some teachers who dressed a certain way that may have been seen as
Yeah.
inappropriate. And then there
Yeah.
was some who kept in that certain bracket the dress code. And then my mother was a teacher and I know she
Yeah.
had to dress a certain way, but
Mhm.
then when you go to I think the primary school dress and the secondary school dress, I tend to see different things. But
Yeah.
as far as I know, I think the dress code is kind of the same thing.
It's supposed to be the
So
same. Yeah.
how do you feel about that? What? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Sometimes an outfit or the attire of a teacher could be due to their body type, because sometimes some teachers will be dressed appropriately, but they have some women that got some like certain body types. So like, I don't know, like once it's not too short or too tight, it good. Cause like I know like when you go to work, you still want to feel a certain way when you're teaching and stuff. So like, yeah, but the dress and thing, like that's taught from the time we're actually at Edison. Like that's how we have to dress every day we go to class to like practice and stuff. So yeah, basically it's supposed to be professional.
Okay, so when it
And
comes to hairstyles or anything like that,
um
particular hairstyles teachers shouldn't have, or particular things teachers shouldn't do if their hair or colors.
no,
What about colors?
no, nothing wrong with the color. I don't to in my personal opinion, your attire or how your appearance is that has nothing to help with how you teach or function as that. Like this could be from like a school child per point of view too, because like what does your hair have to do with how you're learning or your intellectual capabilities? Like that's just I don't that's a topic that is like once you're teaching and doing what you have to do, your dress once it's appropriate and your hair once it's neat and tidy, it shouldn't be affecting nothing. And like yeah, you're working, but like that's how that's how you express yourself, I think too. So like those two things that like I really it should really effort still be you if you get.
Okay, so thank you for your opinion on that. That's a very touchy subject for some people,
Mm-hmm.
myself as well. But the next question I want to ask you is, how long do you have to be at Urdiston? Tell me about Urdiston in general.
Well, it depends on the program you're in. So my program is a bachelor's, and that's 4 years for full time. But if you're doing it part time, it's 6. And then there's the diploma, which is either 1 year or 2. So like if you did education at UE and you want to become a teacher and like want to be categorized as trained, you got to do a year or 2 at Edison so you can like get those certificates and qualifications. So yeah, that's basically it. I really don't know what the other programs, but I know about mine. Mine is 4 years, my bachelor's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you just going to school or are you working as well?
I was just going to school, but I recently get hired at a daycare. So like I had to, so now I actually doing the online classes and still working at the daycare. So, but that was just like it's only like a week so far. So like yeah,
But what are some challenges you may be facing, even though it's only been a week, or and what are some challenges you think you might face?
listening during class because you can't listen, you can't sit and listen during class and keep your eye on a 2 to 4 year old as 1, 2, and then we get home and evenings you're so tired. I'd be so tired and I just don't want to do nothing. And plus, like I got my business too, so I got to balance the business and then the work and then the school, and I just be so tired and I just want to cry. It's like it's hard, and then you got to find like weekends you want to study, right? Because you got to study and do your work, but you still want to relax, right? Yeah. So it's basically that.
Like, it sounds not kind of, it is very overwhelming, but
Yeah,
some steps
but
in order to manage your time for that. Like, what are some
yeah.
types of management things that you use?
Girl, I don't know. Like on my door, I have like what is due when. So like sometimes I will try at least an hour per night to like do some work before I go to sleep. And like my cutoff time is 12, so after 12 I'm not doing anything. I'm going to sleep because I'm up at 6, no 5:30. So yeah, and on the weekends I will try to fit it into what I do like chores or like anything doing to my like towards my business. So like it's hard, but I'm managing so far. So yeah.
I think that's a good idea that some people need to use. I think like that's one of the things you use. If you're a visual person and you have your things laid out, your tasks that you have to do,
Yeah.
chores,
Mhm.
courses you have, homework you may have, you put it out there, you have a chart, you put that
Yeah.
down, say this is due, you take it off, even use the reward
Yeah.
system. Okay, if I finish 5 tasks by 4 o'clock, I'm gonna give myself some ice cream or something like that.
Yeah. That yeah.
When you do become a teacher, what are some things you're looking forward to?
I looking forward to to having my own classroom and having my own activities and just like helping children to learn every day and like the everyday experience it because as a child and with children it's a new thing every day. So there's that. And just experiencing and learning because like it's not like I'm new to the classroom because I have been in a few classrooms and like I have had the experience of that kind of caliber already. So it's just like to just actually start. I'm just ready to start. I'm tired of studying and doing where I just want to start. So like that's just basically it.
Definitely feel that. So I
Mm,
know that some of the schools are kind of stuck in like old ways and things.
yeah,
What's a thing
yeah.
that you would like to change when you become a teacher?
Okay, so I would like to change like the traditional like teacher center thing. Like I would like to like do more activities like children would enjoy. One, two, I would like when I went to observe a class, it was last semester, no last year, there was this teacher that she was just so impatient and was not trying and she was just like I would just like to focus on each of the children and just help them because like everybody don't get like what should I say?
Everybody doesn't
Not
learn.
the attention, yeah, like each child is different. So I would just like to give the children undivided attention to each one, while still giving everybody attention. If you get what I mean, that's like if children having problems or having the problem, instead of just like oh he like that, I ain't gonna go around here, I gonna tell him much, he gonna always be like that. I just like to like help and change certain ways and mindsets of how current teachers are because some of these teachers just yeah. Let me not go into that, but yeah, basically.
That was a good answer. I kind of commend you for that because a lot of people don't think about those things. It's mainly
Yeah.
they just want to get in the job so that they could get out of school, but you actually have
Mhm.
now, there was
Yeah.
an article in Barbados a couple months ago where people were talking about the classroom sizes. Do you think that the sizes of the classrooms are a problem? And not the actual building, but the amount of children in the classes.
When yeah, sometimes it depends on the primary school though, but yeah, sometimes, and especially if you don't have what is called the skills to like manage and like go around the classroom and just how make sure everybody getting through everybody understanding. Yes, so that's what I guess more like. Or you can have like okay, yeah. I was gonna go into something. You just open something because you know how it's got one teacher per class. We got like two teachers per class, and just like
Being two teachers.
that is actually a thing. Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember some teacher I know they had a teacher's assistant, but this was at a private school, and they
Mm-hmm,
had this, and the class only had in like, what 22 children. Well, the
mm-hmm.
normal class sizes are like 30 something.
30 and 30. Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm,
40 something children, depending on
yeah.
who the school is. So I thought the teacher assistant was a good idea because while the
Mm-hmm,
teacher is teaching,
mm-hmm,
they write what's on the board. Any students having some trouble, the teacher assistant is there to help. When they're going through the work of the class, the teacher assistant helping this child, that child. And there's no one that feels like, okay, the teacher not really paying me attention. There's always
mm-hmm,
that attention there because they have more
mm-hmm.
options. So
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
like yeah, I feel like in the future, like that could become something though, like a two teacher classroom, because it doesn't have to be one teacher, because each other actually need children actually need help and like
definitely.
how yeah and like how the teachers like go about teaching and like trying to help it really don't help be helping most of the students because yeah children just assume and like just feel bad real quick and stuff so
Yeah, because I saw this what was it? It was a chart that was saying that 7 out of 36 children are usually the amount that actually get the amount of help that they need. And
yeah
it's also based on their personalities, their home life,
yeah
um,
yeah
the environment they live in. Because I know some people who are so
yeah
smart, but their parents either
hmm
not able to help them or they don't
yeah
really care because they're living that age group where it's like, well, you just finish school and then go and get a job wherever. But
yeah
that other, well, I'm not a math student. So the other percentage of the children, let's say like
yeah
5% of the class,
yeah
don't know anything because they don't have the attention that they need. And
need that it should be getting yeah yeah
right, So the last question I'm gonna ask you, are you gonna
Mhm.
go to private school or public school?
It really doesn't matter to me because I'm not fully sure of the process of where I am going to be placed. But private or public, it really doesn't matter to me because children are children,
Wait,
in my
so
opinion.
teachers don't get to decide where they're going, they just get placed somewhere?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think I have to apply, but if I get to apply, it really doesn't matter to me. Wherever I get open or wherever I'm accepted, I will go. So it doesn't matter to me, to be honest, because children are children. So
Okay, you're just glad to get out there and be able to help.
I start working.
I like that. Okay, Desann, thank you for coming to this interview. Well, we're at home because,
Yeah.
these things. But
Yes.
thank you for coming and answering my questions and being honest
No
with me.
problem.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed our video.